I just wanted to do a walk around my Cummins lot, my Chevy after this battle. I had to make that a little more to a T down in front where my power steering cooler is. Back to my power steering box. Lifted 8 inches right now, and I got the 37-inch tire shot. I've still got a little bit to go. I got to get drive shafts made. A few other things. I just wanted to go over some of the gauges that are actually in the cab. If you actually use a Chevrolet alternator, you can keep this gauge, and then you just got to run your coolant temp gauge right here. Run that from the front of the motor up through the red wire in. Like where it dips down, you can see it. And then oil pressure I still haven't figured out, because every time I put it somewhere it pegs out for some reason. So I got to figure that out. And I'm not quite sure if my sending units are working at the moment. They say that they're all the way on empty, and I'd like to see if I can get them to switch. I'm not really too sure if they work, but there's my shifting for put it through the floor right there, and I filled in the whole hole that was for the four-wheel drive, and then I just made the other one come through on the other side. We'll go ahead and kill it. Basically, I just cleaned out the stock gas tanks and put diesel in them and shook them around. They were all clean on the inside. And here's my reverse shackle in the back. And then this is a 4-inch 1-ton spring on 4-inch super shackles from Off-Road Design. I've built this truck in probably about 2 months. I'm working on a transmission mount right now for it, like the interior. I mean, the door panels in this truck and the whole interior is actually really clean. It's just I got to move all my junk out of here. And then I put the overhead console from a 89 Suburban in it, and don't mind my shitty headliner job. But there's no cuts in the seats. There's really no anything that's that bad. Oh, if you do want to convert yours to a 5-speed, you have to get the hydraulic pedal assembly from I think it's like 83 to 89 5-speed. As long as it's hydraulic, you'll have 2 little knobs that come out on the side, and they're not mechanical, and you can tell the difference. But I put the stock brake pedal back in because I couldn't find the piece of the other pedal, and I ended up finding it. So I think eventually, once I get it driving, I'm going to switch it out. But this truck's electric windows, electric locks. It's been an electric nightmare so far. Basically, these are really crude at the moment, but I took the first gen intercooled Cummins mounts, welded me a plate on them, and then just so that it can hold them back, and I drilled a 5/8 hole in the bottom of the Chevrolet core support, so the actual 91.5 to 93 intercooler can actually fit in here, and it actually be level all the way across on the Chevrolet core support. The guy that had this engine before me had a lot bigger fan for some reason, and I haven't found a 89 to 91.5 fan belt assembly, because it actually moves it down like a 1/4 of an inch, so I can actually get rid of some of that tall fan. But like I said, like some of this stuff you don't know until you get it in here. This engine actually was built in '92, but I pulled it. The guy said that he had it in an RV, so not really too sure. But the engine's clean on the inside. It doesn't seem like it's ever been driven. But this is my AC and alternator mount that I got from TN Diesel. Basically, it just plugged in from the Chevrolet alternator mount. Both sides went to hot. This side runs to the battery. I do have a dual battery setup. I wanted to do that. It's not that hard, as long as you run it from the other side to here and don't put them in parallel and don't get 20 volts. As for the radiator, and as long as you keep the Dodge hoses, like it'll come out of the side, come down, and you can actually mount your intercooler or your radiator right there on that same spot as you did on the Dodge, and the same for the top. Let's see. As for starting this truck, whenever you take your 454 or 350 out of here, there's going to be another wire that was actually connected to the starter that has to be a 12-volt constant. And I moved it actually over here to this battery, and it's this orange wire that's right here. That has to be 12-volt constant to power everything on the inside. And then this wire is also attached to your remote start wire to your, it's a 12-volt key on whenever you actually start the truck. And then you just basically run your fuel lines from your dual tank selector in the back, run them to the driver's side fender well, and then run them all the way up. This is my clutch master cylinder that I got also from TN Diesel. I haven't ran the wires to it yet. I've just been starting it neutral and stuff like that. But these are my home intercooler mounts. If you're using a Hydro Boost system, you can't run the stock Dodge intercooler piping, and it's too short anyway. So you get you a 90 like that, and then get you another 90, come down, and if you happen to have the stock Dodge intercooler pipes, you can cut them probably about 4 or 5 inches up from the part that it actually turns into a 90, and it works out well. And if you have an extra boot laying around, all you got to do is split this one in half, put you another boot in there, and then run it up to this side. And I know it's like boot frenzy over here, but it's the only actually way that I could do it on the cheap. I don't really, this truck this has been on a budget since day one. The intercooler is mounted by some L brackets that I welded to the actual core support. It doesn't go nowhere, but it really sucks that I had to cut out these holes in this grill for this to protrude through. I'm going to make some pieces that come across over here and then actually cover this hole back up. I just haven't got around to it yet. I was just trying to see if the front would suck up together and everything, and make sure that was all going to work. I still have a lot of ins and outs that I have to do, a lot of nitpicky shit, but pretty much this truck's almost finished. If you have any questions about anything with these swaps. As you can tell, I've done it. You can email me at Texas_outlaw_Cummins@yahoo.com, or just go ahead and comment and leave me any other comments that you have. Also, you can also reach me at outlawdieseltruckclub@gmail.com. This thing, it's been pretty easy going for about 2 months, but now it's starting to get into the electrical nightmare part, because this was actually a TBI truck, and I haven't posted a video in a while, so I just kind of wanted to give everybody an update on where I'm at. So if you have any questions, just let me know or comment, and I will put them on there as soon as I can. But as of right now, this is Project Bad Company, and thanks guys for subscribing. Share the video if you can with anybody that you want to, and that's about it for tonight. It's starting to get dark, so alright guys, well thanks.